Thank you guys for hopping on tonight's team call. Tonight I'm doing a live power hour. Before jumping into this, I want to let you guys know that this is not going to be an hour long. All of these little things, I have a template that I'm actually going to share in the big team page so that everyone could use this template whenever they have a chance to work. But each of these little templates, each of these slides you're supposed to do for 10 minutes. I don't know what this means. Hold, please. Yes, Bob.
I'll get my peas right now when I clean up.
Okay. Okay, but I gotta work. He's like, Mom. So each of the slides you usually focus for 10 minutes on, but because I don't want to keep anyone late, because I know it's Tuesday night, everyone has families, some parents have this, that, and the other, and you know, if you're not a parent, you just want to relax and not, you know, be bombarded with all this stuff. So I'm going to do a template. For every template, it's going to be 5 minutes. So with that said, I'm going to share my screen with everybody. And like I said, so this is a Google Doc that I created. It's super simple. And I want you guys to know, actually, before I jump into the template, I want you guys to know, like, when you follow a system, it makes working your business so simple. Because often too much, we as women, let's be real here, we like to overcomplicate things, right? We like to think that things are harder than they need to be or make them more difficult than they need to be, or especially as moms, where we try to squeeze in between making dinner and doing this and doing this and doing this, and then we're like, oh my God, what was I doing? I have no idea what I was doing. Like half the time I'm like talking to one of my girlfriends and I'm like, I don't know what I just said because like I'm doing 100 other things, folding laundry, whatever. So when you're working off a template or checklist or both, it helps you stay on track. So if you get distracted, if the phone rings, if the mailman shows up, if the baby needs a diaper changing, whatever it is, you can go back and be like, okay, this is where I left off. So with that said, that is what we're doing tonight. Also, one thing that I wanted to share with you guys, I actually shared this podcast earlier in my personally sponsored group, but I should have shared it in the big team page. However, I was listening to Rachel Hollis's podcast, and there was something that she said that literally like hit the nail on the head today. She said that if you are searching for motivation outside yourself, you're in trouble. If you are looking for motivation from a different source, you are in trouble. Being personal development, being energized to get your workout in, being, you know, some event to lose 10 pounds, whatever it is, if you are searching for motivation outside yourself, you're in trouble. So one thing that I want you guys to realize is we all have that motivation in us. And that is why we really like I talk about it until I'm blue in the face. Like you have to write down your why. You have to come to terms with why is it that you want to do this? Why is it that you want to reach your physical goal? Why is it that you want to learn to love yourself? Why is it that you want to bring home an income from Beachbody? Why is it that you want to help other women? Why is it that you want to feel confident and comfortable in your own body? Like you got to really sit down and think about it. And this is not like a simple like 2-second kind of thing. Like I really want you guys to sit and think about it, because when time gets hard, like when there's a chocolate cake at work and you want a bite of it, or when you are struggling to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to read your personal development, or when you rather take a nap than work your business, then you come back to your why and you're like, okay, well, all of these things are not going to help me reach my goals. All of these things are going to make me feel worse. And in my mind, in my heart, and my soul, I want to feel better in all areas of my life. So that's why it's so important to create your why and to remember your why. Put it in your phone, put it on Post-its, put it wherever you need to, so that you can always come back to it when in time need. Secondly, one thing that I want you guys to do, and the 4 of you that are on live right now, it's going to be awesome. But in the chat thread, if you guys can, I want you to write 3 affirmations. 3 affirmations about what you can tell yourself going into a power hour. Like, I have an opportunity to help other women feel good in their own bodies. I have so much to offer other people. I am going to help 5 women. I am going to help 1 person learn to love themselves. I am confident. I am a good coach. I am, something that pertains to you and your coaching and your business. So I am an inspiration. I am a great encourager. I am someone. Just write it, share it in the chat box below. I'm going to switch over to screen share. I want you guys to write those, share them away, because there's power in accountability. Oh, why is it on my Facebook page? Hold on. Okay. With that said, like I said to you guys earlier, I'm going to be sharing this in the Big Team page so you guys could always have this. Okay. I don't know where the play button is now that I screen shared. Can you guys see this okay? Okay. There's a play button. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, we're just gonna do this. Okay, big things happen in 1 hour. Okay, so first things first, like I said at the beginning, we are not doing a full power hour. We're gonna shorten this because I wanna give you guys your life back after our team call. So we're doing a half an hour. So everything is gonna be 5 minutes. So right now, I want you to spend the next 5 minutes, and I'm gonna set a timer. We're gonna spend 5 minutes, we're gonna add to our network. And the purpose of adding to our network is you never want to exhaust your market. So spend 5 minutes. My favorite ways to add to my network is searching hashtags of things that make me me. You know, like whether it has to do with dogs or tattoos or being a boy mom or having hypothyroidism or like lip singing or just random off the wall things. You could also tag locations like places that you live right now, places that you visited, you could tag those. Workplaces, you can search up. I'm popping in the chat real quick. It's okay that you're late, girlfriend. Love your affirmations, Melissa. I love them. Okay, so 5 minutes. Let's see how many new friends we can make. And since I'm recording this, I am not playing music because last time I recorded a live power hour and I played music, YouTube kicked it off, and then they gave me a big fat red X because the song was copyrighted and I got in trouble. So we're not doing that again. But if you guys have any questions at any time during this, feel free to unmute yourself and pop on. Yes, Dana, thank you for sharing your affirmations. I love them. Another thing too is, so I know a lot of people tend not to follow people already on their journey. That is a big mistake because chances are if they're already on their journey, if they're working out at the gym or they're streaming YouTube videos or whatever, they're either A, not getting the results that they want, or B, they've been on their journey, they're getting good results, they like what they're doing, they have a passion for health and fitness, and then they're already on their journey, so why not pay it forward and help other people? So don't discredit anyone just because they're already on their journey. All right. So, like I said before, for those of you that hop on a little late, I'm not doing a full hour because I know it gets late for East Coasters and stuff. And so all the slides we're doing just 5 minutes of. So the next one is starting new conversations. Remember, you are in charge of the conversation. I know a lot of people like to send hey girl messages and things like that. And then they get concerned with when is the appropriate time to send the invite, which we're going to go through next. But you are in charge of the conversation. You're in charge of reaching out to other people. You're in charge of opening that line of communication, whether you're saying, hey, thank you for liking my so-and-so page. Hey, thank you for following my Instagram stories. I truly appreciate the support. Here's 4 different examples that you guys can use. My favorite is the bottom one. Every Monday, like Dana has been on Life Power Hours with me and has done this with me, but every Monday I send happy early birthdays to everyone, because on your Facebook page, in your calendar, you can see up to a week ahead of birthdays. And I like to stand out above the rest, because on someone's birthday, they get bombarded with happy birthdays on their Facebook wall, right? But when you send someone a happy early birthday, they're like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. You say, happy early birthday. Are you doing anything fun this weekend to celebrate? You're engaging to them, and then they're going to engage with you back. So these are just a few examples starting now. All right, there's 5 minutes. Okay. All right. The next is challenge group invites. Now, you could use either one of these two examples for invites. Currently, if you guys follow me on the interweb, I'm hosting a self-love group that is starting next Monday. And so I went on my Instagram stories and I promoted it. I shared my struggle with self-love, and I also did it on my Fit with Vicki Facebook page, but I shared my struggle with self-love, and I said, you know what, because I struggled with this is what I'm giving back. So I highly recommend that you guys put together a free group, whether it's a 5-day group, a 7-day group, just something no longer than a week, something that you could give people away for free, especially as a brand new coach. This is a great opportunity for you to get the experience of running groups and being support of other people, and then feeling confident when you're helping other people work through detoxing from sugar or getting enough water intake or doing a squat challenge or whatever it is. And then also they could figure out what it's like to have you as a coach. So that's one of the things that I'm doing moving forward this year, is doing a self-love group every single month. So it's always going to be the first Monday of, someone's chatting in the chat box and I can't see. Hold on real quick. Yes. Awesome. Yes, I love that you guys are still sharing your affirmations. Dana said in the Misfit Republic, there's a sugar detox group that you can use too. But it's a great opportunity for you not to only help them with whatever it is that you're giving them for free, for value, adding value, but then at the end of it, you can invite them to a challenge group because they already know what it's like to have you as their freaking awesome coach, showing up every day, being their cheerleader, making them feel good, right? Like being someone. So I simply said on my Instagram stories, and you guys can mute yourself. You can go to your Instagram stories right now, or you could make a post. It could just be a simple selfie. It could be a quote. It could be anything. And you could say, hey, next Monday, this is what I'm doing. Or if you guys are not ready to lead your own group, you can invite to my self-love group. It's a 7-day group. It's going live on Sunday every night. I'm going to be posting the video for the day after. So if you want to invite to my self-love group, you talk about how you've struggled with self-love and you get people to join you on this journey. All right. So 5 minutes. Or you could always team up with another coach too, like a success partner, a friend, a local buddy, anyone that you see on this call, you could always team up. All right. Now, here we're going to spend 5 minutes inviting to coaching. One thing to remember, you do not, let me repeat that, you do not need to know the ins and outs that has to do with coaching or being a mentor or a leader in order to invite to coaching. I know so many new coaches are hesitant to invite to coaching, but you guys, you can learn together. You can learn this business together. Even a coach for 7 years, I've been a coach for 7 years. There's little things that I don't know. They're always changing shit around. So just like when you guys go to Target and you think you have the aisles nailed down, the makeup's over here, the toilet paper's over here, you have it like nailed down, you could walk in there blindfolded. Oh, guess what? They come up with new stuff. They mix stuff around. They reorganize the entire store so you walk in there thinking like you know everything. Well, guess what? You need to learn it all over again. So don't hesitate inviting to coaching, because what you are doing is you are preventing yourself from giving this opportunity to someone out there that could use it right now. So here's 2 examples that you can read over, you can send out to invite to coaching. One of my favorite ways to invite to coaching. So what I've learned is that if someone's following my journey, whether it's my Instagram stories, my Instagram page, my Facebook page, someone's following me, I have a right to invite them to join me, because they're already a part of what it is that I'm doing, right? They're already watching in some way, some fashion. They're interested in some fashion, maybe just for a source of entertainment, whatever it is, they're watching. So what I simply say is, hey, I just had to ask, have you ever considered coaching? And always give them a reason why you're asking. Hey, I see that you're on your fitness journey too. Can I ask you, have you ever considered becoming a Beachbody coach yourself? Or, hey, I see that you talk about struggling with income a lot and being a stay-at-home mom. I know what struggling with income does to a person too. I was wondering, have you ever considered supplementing your income by becoming a Beachbody coach? Or anything like that. Or, hey, I've seen you've been watching my Instagram stories. Have you taken in consideration of joining me? We could have a dance party together on our Instagram stories. I don't know. But those are my favorite ways to cold invite. You could ask your friends, your family. It doesn't need to be cold invite. These are 2 examples. So we are going to spend 5 minutes putting it out there. And remember, do not take a no personal. Do not take a no personal. It means not right now. I'm not interested. Something. It has nothing to do with you. Chances are, if it's a no right now, because they actually cannot physically or financially afford it, or because they don't believe in their worth, that they're actually able to do anything with it. Neither one of those has anything to do with you. But remember, just because it's a no doesn't mean you stop talking to them, doesn't mean you push them out of your life, doesn't mean you cross them off your list. You continue to talk to them because they're your friend, whether they're on Instagram or your real life friend. They're your friend, so you can continue talking to them, check in with them, see how they're doing, and maybe one day they will turn around. Because guaranteed, not every single person on this call, when asked to become a coach, said yes and signed up right then and there. So remember that. All right, let's do this thing. All right. Maxie. Sorry. All right. So the next 10 minutes, or next 5 minutes, excuse me, we're going to spend following up. This is what I just said. Just because someone tells you no doesn't mean you stop talking to them. I always still check in. I ask people how their day is. I wish them happy birthdays. I go on their Facebook page or Instagram page. I'm like, hey, I seen that your kid did soccer today. How'd the team do? Or, hey, I see you're not feeling good. Are you doing okay? Or have you tried apple cider vinegar? Or do anything where you're adding value to their life, or just checking in on them, following up, letting them know that you're still involved in their life. So 5 minutes. Oh, and then these are specifics on what you can follow up with challenge group invites if people are asking you about more information too. Oh my gosh. Sorry guys, I had to mute because my dog was barking. All right. Well, that's the timer, guys. Okay. So the last thing that you would do in your power hour is you would go, oops, I'm jumping the gun here. You'd go through your coach online office. And one thing that I suggest for everybody to do, go in your coach online office, check out the breaking news, look through monitor your business just so you can see if there's any changes, if you're ever getting new customers, if anyone makes orders, if something pops up from Team Beachbody, anything in there. Also, what you can do is spend the last bit recognizing your challengers in your challenge groups. You could check in on them. You can go in there and love and show and support. Even though you guys are coaches, I want you guys to remember this. Even though you guys are coaches, you should be showing up in your challenge groups. In every challenge group that you are in a part of, you should be showing up like you are the best dang challenger ever, because we are on our own journeys first and foremost. So you should be showing up whether you're running a challenge group or just a part of one. You should be showing up saying, you know what, I did my workout today, or I nailed my nutrition today, or I drank all my water, or whatever. And not only that, you comment, you like on other people's stuff, you encourage other people, because we're in this to support each other. And then last, what I want to share with you guys real quick. So for those of you who are Emerald and above, this is for you. But for those of you who are not Emerald and above, which means you have 2 coaches on your team, but moving forward, when you become Emerald and you start hitting Success Club, you earn what is called a lead. That is a free customer through Beachbody, which is freaking awesome. This is an example that I send out. I used to send emails and I would not hear anything from anybody. So what I send is I text them, hey, is this Marsha? Apparently I get a lot of Marsha leads. Hey, is this Marsha? They say, hey, yeah, who's this? And then I send them a photo with a little blurb that says, hey girl, this is Vicki. I'm your free coach that you got when you signed up with Beachbody. I'm in Seattle, Washington, and I'm here to help you at any point when you need something. Meal plans, workout ideas, motivation, tips, support, you name it, I got your back. Oh, by the way, this is a photo of my son and I said me and my son, Gage, so you can put a face to the name. Then I add them in to a challenge group if they have Facebook. So this is a great opportunity for you to be like, hey, I'm your coach, heads up. And so you can start building that relationship with your free customer, because unlike people that you purposely reach out to and then they become your customer, you have no idea who these people are. So this is something else that I do. And like I said, you guys, at the beginning of this, I'm going to share this template. I know it's in our leaders group, but I know a lot of you guys don't have access to that. But I'm going to share this, or make sure it's in the big team page. So at any time that you guys want to do a focused power hour, or maybe you only have a half an hour, so do like we did tonight, and during every template, every slide, just do 5 minutes. Or maybe you could do the first 5 slides in the morning and the last 3 slides in the afternoon. Whatever works with your schedule. This was built for your convenience, but you have to remember, success doesn't happen when it's convenient. So you have to make time, just like you make time for your workouts. So I'm going to stop sharing this real quick. Does anyone have any questions before we pop off? I had to go look in here real quick, the chat. Okay. I really appreciate you guys jumping on tonight and doing the live power hour with us. Like I said, I didn't want it to be a full hour because I wanted you guys to be able to do your own work too and get back to your families and your life, and maybe binge watch on some TV shows if that's your jam too, or take a bath, go relax, drink a sparkling cider and go take a bath or something. You are welcome, Melissa. I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys tonight and working with you. Like I always say, I always do more work and better work when I'm doing a live power hour, because even though there's not a lot of engagement, there's something about people working together. Just like when you're in a group workout, you push harder. When you're working next to someone and they're sweating and it's flying everywhere, you're like, okay, they're pushing hard, I'm going to be pushing hard. So with that said, I'm going to stop the recording.